Hey Aries, it's Dana with Deep Thoughts with Dana, and these are your deep thoughts for the next 2 weeks or so-ish of July. This is a general reading for the sign of Aries. If you have any Aries in your chart whatsoever, some little pebble off in the distance that might have some Aries in it, this very well may resonate with you, right? Now, keep in mind that there is a whole bunch of astrological stuff going on. I am not an astrologer, but I do follow it for my own personal benefit, right? I know we have some eclipses and some retrogrades and some all kinds of crazy stuff that is going to help us to cut out things that no longer serve us in our lives, right? So keep that in mind. And there's tons of places where you can check what's going on in the planets on Google. Just Google what's going on with astrology and a bazillion things will come up, okay? All right, general reading for the sign of Aries. That being said, this is not your personal reading, okay? Please do not make life decisions off of my general readings or anybody's general readings. If you would like a personal reading, you can reach me at deepthoughtswithdana.com. If you are a subscriber to this channel, you can click on the link in the box below and get a $50 reading until August 1st. See, I've been doing a radio show and it has generated a ton of business. I am busier than a one-legged ass kicker. I gotta tell you, I am so busy. Oh, did I mention this channel's rated R? Yeah, I'll probably swear and I'll probably make some off-color comments as well. So don't be offended. And if you are easily offended, then I am not the reader for you. Okay? All right, so till August 1st, you guys can cash in on the $50 readings. If you are a client of mine already, if you've had 1 readings or you've had 50 readings, doesn't matter. You will forever and always be in the VIP club and you will get your $50 readings. So that being said, if you've ever thought about getting a reading with me and you have not yet, I would highly encourage you to schedule a reading sometime in the month of July. And lock your pricing into the $50 reading, because come August 1st, I will no longer offer $50 readings on YouTube because the radio crew is coming over and watching my YouTube videos, and they're getting the $50 readings, but they're not subscribing to my channel. Not that they're doing it on purpose, but I don't think they get it because they're just like general people all over the country, and they're not YouTubers like you guys are, right? They're not understanding the importance of the subscription thing. So because of that, I have to stop my $50 readings because quite frankly, I'm getting fucked, right? I just am. I'm getting fucked and I can't let that happen. So from August 1st forward, there will no longer be $50 readings. If you want to lock yourself into the VIP list and forever and always get $50 readings, go ahead and schedule your reading before the 1st of August and you'll always get it, okay? All right, so Aries, let's get into this reading. It's a huge one. Look at all these cards. There's so many cards. Okay, so first off, you open this reading for the next couple weeks of July, and you can find yourself anywhere in these. These are all physical, emotional, and mental processes. Could take seconds, days, weeks, hopefully not months, because I don't want to keep reading the same thing for months. So Aries, you enter into this reading doing a lot of thinking with the Four of Cups. Lots of thinking about your feels, because there has been a disruption in what you thought was going to be a 10 of Cups relationship. What you thought was going to be harmony, happiness, and values alignment in a relationship has turned out to be a misalignment of values, right? And possibly even a breakup. Well, definitely a breakup, because we have the Five of Pentacles right here, right? So you enter into the reading deep in thought about your feelings, about what you thought was going to be a 10 of Cups relationship, but actually turned out to be a breakup. We have the Five of Pentacles showing. The Five of Pentacles is about being left out in the cold. Either somebody left you out in the cold, you left somebody out in the cold, or you both left each other out in the cold, right? And Strength comes in and says that this was something that is not easy for you, right? It really threw you for a good hard spin, Aries. Strength says that this was not easy for you. The Three of Cups comes in and says that this, one of two things, either this was a reuniting gone wrong, or somebody left somebody out in the cold because of a third party situation. Temperance comes in. You're trying to figure out what went on here, right? I think you're a little baffled, Aries. Not maybe. I think you're a little baffled because you're trying to understand the imbalance, right? You're trying to do some self-healing about this whole breakup left out in the cold situation here, right? And you're just kind of sitting there within the Four of Cups, a little bit in shock, going, what the fuck just happened here? I'm not quite sure I understand what's going on. The Hierophant comes in. This tells me that you're doing some soul searching, right? Now, Hierophant is the card of Taurus. You could be dealing with a Taurus. Doesn't have to be a Taurus, but you are doing some soul searching. The Hierophant is about your personal beliefs. It's about seeking spiritual wisdom, right? And with this Hierophant on top of the Temperance, on top of Courage, I think you're just reaching deep down inside, trying to regain some balance from something that you thought was going to be awesome, and it turned out to be a disaster with the Five of Pentacles. The Princess of Wands comes in and says that there's setbacks to new ideas, right? Setbacks to new ideas, which tells me that this Three of Cups energy right here very well may have been a reuniting or a reconciling with somebody from your past that kind of went haywire, kind of went wrong, right? Followed by the Seven of Wands. This is a challenge for you. Princess of Wands and the Seven of Wands crossed by the Moon card. You have a lot of anxiety going on, right? You're trying to hit your intuition, just like with the Hierophant, doing some soul searching, right? Trying to get some spiritual wisdom about what the fuck just happened right here. This Moon card also talks to me about a lot of inner confusion and trying to deal with some repressed emotions, right? Some emotions that you're trying to figure out with some spiritual guidance, with some subconscious mind, some intuition, right? The Moon card also lends itself to secrets. So perhaps there was some kind of a secret that was revealed about this Three of Cups card right here, or maybe Aries, you were keeping secrets about that Three of Cups, right? I don't see fault or blame right here, but I am saying it could either be you or it could be the other person that screwed this whole thing up right here, and you're really trying to figure out what the hell just happened. Second row, first card, we come in with Temperance again, right? This time, Temperance is you trying to do some realignment and some self-healing, right? You're really trying to balance this imbalance that has happened in your life, as witnessed by the Two of Pentacles right here, right? You're trying to gain some balance because there is disorganization in your feels right now. There's disorganization in your life in regards to this relationship or this situationship, right? And there's some disorganization, and you're really, really trying to gain some balance. You have the Two of Pentacles twice and Temperance twice. So that tells me this whole thing has really, really thrown you off balance. We have the Devil coming in to clarify this Two of Pentacles right here. This Devil energy is about, I think what you're trying to do, because Devil, and it's followed by the Four of Cups again, twice the Four of Cups, contemplating and reevaluating. What you're trying to do, see this Devil energy right here is attached to this Five of Pentacles. It's attached to the Five of Pentacles and it's attached to the Three of Cups, right? So what you're trying to do here is to try to understand and decide if this situation right here, with whomever or whatever this is for you. If this is something that's toxic and you should just walk away, or if this is something that you should maybe take another look at, explore a little bit, and release some of your limiting beliefs, right? So is this a toxic, the Four of Cups right here, contemplation and reevaluation, you're sitting here and thinking, is this a toxic thing? And I should just let it go, right? Should I detach from this? Or is this me needing to release some of my limiting beliefs because my limiting beliefs were imposed in this situation and it blew up in my face, right? So you're doing a lot of rebalancing, you're doing a lot of contemplation and reevaluation, and you're doing a lot of sitting on it with the Temperance card twice, right? You're just sitting on it, trying to gain some perspective and some balance about this situation that just blew your mind. The Prince of Cups here, this is in the center of your reading. That means that all of these cards revolve around you being the Prince of Cups, right? This tells me that this blow up here, this turn of events, this leaving someone or each other out in the cold or being left out in the cold has to do with you giving your cup of love. Because the Queen of Cups, again, second time, really, really in your feelings, Aries, really in your feelings, either about a Queen of Cups character, the object of your desire, or you very much being in your feelings, and it could be both, right? But you were prepared to give your cup of love right here in some kind of reuniting situation. Maybe not your whole cup of love, but you were prepared to share your feels, right? You were prepared to share your feels, and it blew up in your face, right? Queen of Cups. Either sharing your feels with this Queen of Cups, or this Queen of Cups is representing your desire to share your feels, right? And it's all clarified by the same card, the Knight of Cups. The Prince of Cups and the Knight of Cups, they're the same thing. This is the metaphorical knight in shining armor. This is about romance, charm, right? But it's also about being unrealistic. So what this tells me is that before this card came out, you were prepared to share your feelings, right? But because of this blow up, you now feel that it's very unrealistic to continue on in this relationship in any way. The Hermit comes in. Says you're doing some soul searching and some introspection. This is the card of Virgo. And I just want to throw out there that perhaps this third party situation up here has to do something with a Virgo. Maybe, maybe not. I just feel that that needs to be said. But nevertheless, regardless, irregardlessly, which isn't a word, regardless, you are doing soul searching, introspection, and seeking inner guidance, which is what you're doing with the Hierophant. It's what you're doing with the Moon card. It's what you're doing with Temperance, and it's what you're doing with the Four of Cups, right? You're really drilling down and trying to see what the fuck happened here. In this Hermit card, you are trying to decide if you should engage again or if you should completely and totally disengage, right? Because the Four of Wands is what you want. You want harmony, right? You want harmony in your life. And there has obviously been some kind of a breakdown in communication here. And you really want to transition into structure, foundation, and stability in your life with or without this person. You do. You're tired of the instability, right? Do you disengage, or do you engage and try to stabilize the situation? The Seven of Cups down here, I don't know if y'all can see that very well. The Seven of Cups down here talks about confusion, options, decisions, and choices, right? To the Wheel of Fortune, to break a cycle, to break a cycle. So do you break this cycle with this person that you're reuniting with? Or break the cycle of this third-party relationship? Maybe it's you, Aries, that has the third-party relationship, and you're thinking about your options, your choices, and how to break the cycle of whatever behavior has created this right here. I'm not pointing fingers. No judgment from me. I don't give a shit. I mean, I care about you. I want you to be happy, but this is your story, not mine, right? So confusion, options, choices, trying to break a cycle. You need to make some decisions about how you are going to move into your future with the Ten of Pentacles right there. You need to make some choices about how you're going to move into your future with the Ten of Pentacles, and whether it's with teamwork and collaboration or a lack thereof with this particular situation. Two of Cups comes in and talks about a unified love, a partnership. But it also talks about a breakup and an imbalance and a lack of harmony when it comes to reuniting or reconciling with somebody from your past. So then this is your choices. This is your dilemma with the Seven of Cups right here. This is the dilemma to break this cycle. Do I break this cycle? Do I break this cycle of loss and disappointment, lack of teamwork and collaboration in a love relationship that has turned into a breakup in regards to reuniting and reconciling with someone from the past? Or Aries, or do I have a turning point in this situation? A chance to build a future with teamwork and collaboration in a love relationship regarding reconciling or reuniting with somebody from my past. That's your dilemma, Aries. That's your dilemma. Because like I said up here, you're totally confused. You don't understand what happened, right? Maybe you do, maybe they don't. It's a general reading. Switch it around if you need to, right? Cross watchers, if this is you, then by all means own it, right? But that's your options. Those are your choices. What do you do in this relationship? What do you do? Death comes in. Death comes in and talks to us about an ending or a change or a transformation. It also talks about a personal transformation. Death is about inner purging, right? And with all of the contemplation that you have going on in the cards preceding this, this Death card tells me, you know what? I'm going to pull a clarifying card real quick on this Death card. Actually, I'm going to use this deck because the Rider-Waite is all pretty much used up. Spirit, tell me. Okay, here we go. The Chariot. Tell me one more. Tell me one more about the Death card and the Ace of Swords. Tell me one more. One more, Spirit. One more. Okay, there we go. And the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so this Death card is all about a transformation, okay? It's about a transformation. It's about your desire to understand what happened and to come and to get to the bottom of things, right? I think it's about inner purging because you're really trying to figure out what went wrong here, right? And usually when something goes wrong, it's both people that have an issue, right? And it's oftentimes a lack of communication. So this Death card comes in and says it's an ending, a change, a transformation. Clarified by the Chariot, right? Action, movement, rolling forward to the Ace of Swords, because after all of this contemplation and soul searching right here, you have some breakthrough mental clarity. And your mental clarity is that you want to engage with this reuniting and reconciling in this person from your past, the walking out and the cups and all of that stuff. You want to engage with this Empress. This Empress is the root of all of this, okay? This Empress could very well be this Queen of Cups right here. This Empress, if this Queen of Cups isn't about you tapping into your own feelings, this Queen of Cups is definitely this Empress. It's somebody that you see as an Empress. This is the card of Taurus. This is the card of Libra, okay? Doesn't mean jack squat unless you're dealing with a Taurus or a Libra, right? If you're not, it's somebody that you see as an Empress, abundance, emotional security, financial security, passionate, in touch with their mental, a good communicator, somebody. It's just the whole package, right? The whole package. This Empress is what was left out in the cold, either you or them, one way or the other, or both of you. This Empress is the root of this breakup that's happened right here. All right, now we have a bunch of cards over here, Aries, a bunch of cards, okay? Bunch of cards. So, can you all see that? All right, so now we have the Devil over here, right? This Devil. I asked what the root of this Devil is, and it is the King of Wands, right? This is fire energy, Sag, Leo, Aries. But because this is an Aries reading and my King of Wands is always half Scorpio and half Aries, okay? This is you in this reading. So what this tells me, when I asked what the root of this Devil card right here is, what is the root? The King of Wands came out to the Devil. So that leads me to believe, Aries, maybe you did something, and I'm not pointing fingers, all right? I'm not pointing fingers. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just saying, maybe you did something that caused toxicity in this situation, and this Empress, who, by the way, does not put up with any kind of bullshit. The Devil tells me that perhaps you created the toxicity in this relationship, okay? And I think maybe you're coming to the realization of that, because what comes next is justice. This justice tells me that you have come to a personal truth about what happened here. You have come to a truth about what happened here. Knight of Swords comes in and says that, now the Knights are always about change, right? It's the Prince in my Tarot Illuminati. It's Knights in the Rider-Waite, right? So Knights are always about change, always, because they come in and they change shit, right? They're the warriors. They're the deliverers. So this Knight of Swords right here tells me that you are going to, you have delivered some very important information to yourself about the toxicity that you have potentially brought into the relationship. And let's just be ambiguous here and say this King of Wands has realized there's toxicity, okay? Just in case it's not you, you're realizing what the toxicity is. You're speaking some truth to yourself with the Justice card. Knight of Swords says you want to take action and communicate this, but you find yourself in the Nine of Swords. You find yourself caught up in a lot of anxiety, right? A lot of anxiety. This realization of where this toxicity is originating keeps you up at night. You want to move forward and communicate this, but you're really afraid of the unknown. You have fear of the unknown with the Two of Wands. The Queen of Wands comes in. This is about this Queen of Wands for you. Okay, let's just say Queen of Wands followed by the Five of Swords to the Ace of Swords, right? So this Queen of Wands right here is you. It's you to the Five of Swords. It's you being open to change and dealing with resentment, because in this Devil energy, you found out what the toxicity was. So this Queen of Wands is you dealing with the conflict internal. I really believe, Aries, this is all internal. You're dealing with the conflict, the loss, the defeat, the betrayal that this whole reading has at its base, right? And this card says that you're open to change and you're going to deal with some of the past issues, right? Ace of Swords comes in and says absolute mental clarity. Right back to that Justice card. Mental clarity about what the fuck popped off here. Eight of Swords in reverse. This is being open to new perspectives and releasing the mental imprisonment of the Nine of Swords, right? Speaking truth, mental clarity, releasing the mental prison of the Nine of Swords. Death comes in and says you've done some purging. You've done some purging in this situation. And it's going to transition into stability and security, right? This card, this Four of Pentacles, is also about self-protection. And I think that's what you're dealing with right here, Aries, is your need to protect yourself from whatever the wrath of this Empress was right here. But you want stability, control. You want to stabilize this situation right here. And this Death card is about transitioning into stability. The Star card comes in and talks about hope and faith and purpose and renewal of this situation, of this relationship. But then we have the Seven of Cups, which came out in reverse, right? This Seven of Cups is about illusion, right? Do you think, Aries, that this is even possible? Is it even possible to clean up this mess right here? Whatever was the root of it, is it possible to clean up this mess and have hope, faith, purpose, and renewal? Because there was an ending with the Ten of Swords. There was defeat, crisis, betrayal, and endings. Somebody was left out in the cold, hardcore, left out in the cold. And you're wondering if this can be regenerated with this Ten of Swords. Can this be recovered? Can this be regenerated? After being left out in the cold, right? After somebody walking away. You have a lot of feels, though, for this person, Aries. You have a lot of feels for this person with the Ace of Cups. And aces are ones. They're about new beginnings, opportunities, and potential, right? There you are in the Hangman, pausing, surrendering, processing all of this, processing all of it. The Queen of Pentacles. This is the sister to the Empress. Are you doing two different people, Aries? No, I'm kidding. Two sisters? I'm kidding. Aries, I'm kidding. I told you in the beginning of this video, I am an off-color kind of person. So anyway, but a lot of people don't get my sense of humor, so whatevs. Okay, so the Queen of Pentacles. This is the Empress, right? This is the Empress. This is who you are coming out of the Hangman energy with a new perspective about. What you want is victory, progress, and success after a fall from grace. Three of Swords in reverse says you'd like to release the pain, have some forgiveness, and have some optimism about this whole situation, and move it into a state of stability with the Four of Wands. Harmony, relationships, right? Transition of this relationship into stability, structure, foundation. I just had a bunch of cards fly across the room. Hold on. Ugh. Yeah, look. Funny. Six of Pentacles. You want to give and receive. You want to fix this relationship. You want to heal it because you've come to the realization down here, and I really feel this in my heart of hearts, of what caused the toxicity. And maybe it was your fault. Maybe. If it's not, you've definitely come to the realization of what the toxicity is. And you want to give and receive. With this Empress, you want, again, public recognition, victory, progress, and self-confidence in this situation. Judgment. This is a rebirth. This is a decision that creates a rebirth in the way that you think about the situation. A rebirth in the way that you think about the situation. This hangman comes in again and talks about coming out on the other side of all of this with a new perspective. I want to say the hangman is this whole reading. I might just call this reading the hangman, because this is what you're doing in this entire reading right here for the next 2 weeks in July, Aries. You are pausing. You are processing everything that happened. You are surrendering to the truth that you determine. You're going to let it go, and you're going to come out on the other side with a new perspective about how to handle the situation. How are you going to handle it? With the Prince of Wands, Aries. You are going to go forward with an energetic push. A message of passion, right? And I don't necessarily mean like sexual passion, but you are going to reach out to this Empress person, the root of all of this, and you are going to tell them, male, female, doesn't matter. You are going to tell them exactly what you have learned about yourself and about the situation. And look, the fucking Lovers card. Look, the Fool. Holy shit. So you're going to reach out with a passionate message about your feels to this lover, to this Empress, to the person that you were reuniting and reconciling with. You're going to reach out with a message of love, right? About having a new beginning and taking a new journey, right? Right? Wow. That is amazing, Aries. That's amazing. Look, and I was debating whether to throw that one down or not, but I guess I will. So the Three of Swords, this is coming out of heartbreak, grief, rejection, painful separation, and sorrow. And it's releasing that pain. It's having optimism and forgiving. So I'm really curious to see what the last 2 weeks of July will hold for you, Aries. Yeah. Oh, back to this number here. Remember, we did the number 4. And the number 4 is about structure, foundation, stability, right? And look at all these 4s you have in here. You have a ton of 4s. You have the 4 of Wands twice. You have the 4 of Cups twice. You have... I think that's it for the actual numbers of 4. But this whole reading is about the structure, the foundation, the stability of a relationship. So isn't that pretty cool that those dice came out to represent the number 4? Isn't that cool? And check this out. If we divide it down even further, so we have 3, which is initial achievement and growth, right? Communication, expression. And then we have 1, which is new beginnings, opportunity, potential, inspiration. That's what this whole reading is about. This whole reading is about achieving the goal of stability and structure in your life with a new beginning. I'll be damned. There you go, Aries. That is your reading. If you would like one just like this, just for you, just for your situation, you can click on the link in the box below to get a $50 reading. Lock in your VIP status forever and always before August 1st, and we will hook it up just like this, just for you, just for your situation. There you go, Aries, my friend. See you in a couple weeks. Namaste.